Yes, Jane. So she sprained her AC joint and has been just milking this thing for all that it's worth. So trying to figure out why she's not back yet, where we're at, what we need to be doing going forward.
Okay, so basically, do you know what an AC joint sprain is?
Yes.
Okay, so basically she got that AC joint sprain. They usually take 4 to 6 weeks for them to come back if the rehab is done properly.
Okay.
A lot of her rehab is, we began it with home-based exercises. So the reason that she may not be progressing as well is because she may not be doing them at home. So if you would like to, we can get her in here and mandate that she comes to the athletic training room and does her rehab with me. That way we know it's getting done.
Why would we send her at home first? That doesn't make sense to me because, I mean, like, we're the ones that are on the hook for her rehab, so why would we put that on her to just kind of, like, let her do whatever she wants at home?
Yeah. A lot of it is basically she is already at the school and already here doing her, like, schoolwork and her teamwork and all of that, and we want to make sure that this rehab is done early in the morning and in the evening so that it's done when she has, like, before she gets going for the day, and then when she has performed throughout the day and comes home and can do these, like, static exercises and all the stuff that she needs to, so that before she goes to bed she is, her body's, like, getting that good blood flow back to the tissue so that all those good cells can come in while she's sleeping and do the work while she's asleep.
Okay, so are you not on school during those hours when she's on campus? Like,
in the mornings I'm not here, and then in the afternoons I'm usually at practices, and so it would be...
Well, I mean, she's not doing anything at practice, so why can't she do her stuff then? I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Well, at practices I've got to be paying attention to the team. If she is fully sitting there at practice not doing anything, like not running or anything like that, which she could be, she can run. So if you
Does she know that?
She has been told that she can do what she can that doesn't involve her arm. She has been cleared to do light work, so all of the band work that I've given her, all of the static exercises with the wall, she's been cleared to do basic stuff.
But do you think that the band work is really the best thing for her? I mean, like, is that really making her any stronger? I mean, if she could sit there and do 50 exercises of a band, I don't see why that's making her any stronger.
I understand. With an AC joint sprain, you want to avoid separating the joint ends. You don't want to add in too much weight too quickly. So you start with band work just to get the ligaments and stuff moving and get the muscles refiring, because a lot of times when you injure it like that, they just want to lock up and not do anything. So you want to start with, like, basic easy band work exercises so that you can get them recruited again and then progress to the stronger exercises. But if she's not doing the band work and she's not getting that movement in there, and you start doing the, like, heavy loads and get her back in weight training, then you can re-injure her, and that would even put her out more for
right. So it seems like the problem is not the exercises, it's the holding her accountable to the exercises.
Yes, and that's where you and I come in with just educating her even more and saying, listen, if you want to play and if you want to stay on this team, then you have to get these done because we can't have you sitting on the sideline.
Okay. Well, why doesn't she just come in and do the stuff with me? Because she's got to come into the weight room now anyways, and she's just been sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing. So I don't understand why I can't get her to do these same exercises, because if she's doing them at home, like, I can certainly help her out with the exercises more than she is at home.
Yep.
So why does she need to go to the athletic trainer if she's basically doing this stuff on her own as it is?
If you'd like to, I can send you, I've given her a breakdown of what to do and how often to do it and things like that. So if you'd like to, I can send that to you, and we can have you in the weight room with her, as long as you know, like, what to do and all of that, and how to show her and make sure she's doing it properly. She can come into the weight room and do that with you, since she's not, if she's not doing anything in the weight room.
Okay. Well, that's the next thing. So lower body exercises, she's good to go.
Yep.
Upper body exercises, what does she need to avoid?
We want to avoid any excessive movement of, like, external rotation, internal rotation.
Isn't that what she's doing with the band?
Yes, but you don't want to overdo it. So she can do the few band exercises and those few movements, but you don't want to overdo it and just excessively stress the area. So, like, in the weight room, she can do all that band work. She can do lightweight, so like 1 to 2 pounds, but you don't want to get into those heavier loads that she's been doing prior to the injury. So regular weightlifting and things, so like the overarm.
But what's our form of progression to that? Because, like, I get it, yeah, she needs to start slow, But if you want to sit there and say that, oh, you need to take 4 weeks off or whatever of not doing all this stuff, and you need to get the blood flow going to my shoulder, that's wonderful. But when she goes out on the soccer field, there's going to be blood flowing everywhere. Okay, so I mean, like, if she falls, like, she's screwed. So if we're not doing anything now to strengthen her, I don't see how she's going to be ready to go back to play, and I think that's just setting her up to fail.
Yes, sir. It's not 4 to 6 weeks of just band work. We have to start with that band work for 1 to 2 weeks and then progress as tolerated. So if the band work isn't giving her issues right now, then we can start adding those extra loads. But from what I've seen, she hadn't started the band work yet and hasn't progressed enough to start those heavier loads because the area isn't
What is our measure of progressing enough?
pain and just stability of the joint. So if I can like do the passive range of motion, we want to get back her range of motion and her ability to move the joint before we try to add loads and strengthen the area. Because if she can't move it, then you don't want to strengthen it and leave it at that.
Okay. Where is she at in that process, though?
We're about 70-ish% to where we need to be. So doing more of the like passive exercises that she's supposed to be doing to stretch the joint capsule and to move those ligaments will help to get back all of that range of motion, and then we can start adding the loads.
Okay. So you said she needs to be doing, so she's full go on the lower body exercises, and she can do as much as doesn't give her any pain in the weight room.
Yes, sir. She can do lower body, she can do cardio, she can do like tactical skills as long as she's not in contact or not doing like overhead work, lifting heavy loads, or moving that arm more than it is allowing her to move.
Okay. That sounds good. I don't think I have any more questions.
Okay. Well, it was nice to meet you, and I'll be sending you an email to follow up with giving you those exercises that she can do, and just a breakdown of
Okay.
what we talked
Thank
about.
you.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you.